So, sorry jetzt dafür. Die haben offensichtlich irgendwelche Go-TV-Probleme da. Deswegen zeige ich euch jetzt einfach mal hier den englischen Stream, weil ich kann gerade halt einfach nicht auf den Go-TV zugreifen. Ich weiß nicht, was da falsch ist. Ich werde auch einfach immer mal wieder versuchen, das zu wiederholen. Aber jetzt, damit ihr das Spiel halt überhaupt mal sehen könnt, werde ich jetzt mal hier den ESL-Stream einfach restreamen, damit ihr das Spiel überhaupt seht. Also, es tut mir leid, ist nicht unsere Schuld. Da haben die Jungs, die Admins, irgendwelche Probleme. Irgendwie mit dem Passwort oder so, habe ich da gelesen. Ich weiß nicht hundertprozentig, was da los ist. Also, die Frage ist jetzt, ihr könnt mir mal in den Chat schreiben, soll ich einen englischen Kommentar anlassen oder soll ich einfach Sound komplett muten und dann einfach kommentieren, was ich sehe? Ist jetzt eure Entscheidung, was ihr da haben wollt. Ja. Kami sagt, just ESEA things.
Look in this direction. Doesn't look like he wants to challenge it, Crystal. You can see gone.
Aus, mute, okay, alles klar. Okay, also. Spielstand zurzeit also 4:2 für PENTA. PENTA hat offensichtlich den Knife Round gewonnen. Konnte sich somit die Seite aussuchen, hat sich entschieden, CT zu starten. Sound aus und kommentieren. Okay. Tabsnata ist eine ganz schöne Position, kann da auch schon ordentlich Schaden an Reflex machen. Muss ich da jetzt auf den Spot zurückfallen lassen. A-Aufbau kommt jetzt hier von ROCCAT. Sind jetzt hier auch auf dem Spot drauf. Stavros dann noch mit der P90 in Action. Bombe wird natürlich wichtig sein. Das Geld geht aber nicht durch. Stavros kann da noch den Frag machen, bevor die Bombe kommt. Dann auch nochmal ein schöner Burster in Karen rein. 5. Runde für PENTA. Mit Ton, ich mache euch den Ton einfach leise an und werde da so ein bisschen drüber reden. Also, wir sehen hier im Scoreboard 11:4 für Stavros bisher. PENTA sichert sich jetzt die 5. Runde und auf Cage ist natürlich eine CT-lastigere Map, als es eben das 2 war, obwohl PENTA auf das 2 ja eben auch schon eine richtig gute CT-Leistung gespielt hat. Ich kann leider nicht nur den Ingame-Sound anmachen, weil hier weil ich gerade den englischen Stream restreame. Also 3 gegen 3 jetzt. Bombe kann geplantet werden. Chris noch mit einem schönen Frag. Hier ist nur noch Sandy, der natürlich nicht die beste Position hat. Mit einer Glock gegen Kevlar ist natürlich auch nicht das Beste. Also, PENTA Retake geglückt. 6. Runde, 6:2. Ah, Mann, was machen die denn da? Also, ich bin hier auf meinem Hauptbildschirm durchgehend am Versuchen, auf den Go-TV zu connecten. Deswegen, sorry, wenn ich jetzt hier nicht die ganze Zeit am Reden bin. Weil man kommt halt einfach gar nicht auf den Go-TV drauf. Auf dem Go-TV wird nur immer angezeigt, dass es einfach das 2 ist und und dann hängt es halt einfach bei Retrieving Game Data. Bleibt einfach hängen, dann im Ladescreen. Ich kann euch das auch mal kurz zeigen. So sieht hier mein Game gerade aus. Wenn ihr es seht, ja, ihr seht's. So sieht mein Game gerade aus. Das bleibt einfach da hängen. Aber bevor ihr gar kein Spiel seht, mache ich mal lieber hier den englischen Stream an.
Well, and then the rounds that they've been successful have been a little bit awkward, have been a little bit weird. The pistol I think back to, that was just a kind of not time play, but a nice couple of shots coming in for Zart to pick up the 2 one-shots.
Stavros just had another peek down A main there, and immediately PENTA 4-man rotated down heavily towards B site. And when Tabson lands a shot like that and reflex, that meant obviously again it was another vent to B push. They are in perfect position for this. There's good smokes actually, but PENTA are in the better position. Strux finding himself one. Crystal trying to get the shots through the smoke and finds it onto Zart there. And now poor old Kern with it all to do. Tap in every direction he could find, but sadly for him, not going to work out. Well read by PENTA, and again, it's another fact-finding mission for them. They've gone out so many times into that A main, just get a peek around the corner, flash themselves out, and see that there's nobody there. They already had mid-control, and gives them all the information they need and just sets them up to really just gun down ROCCAT.
I mean, you pointed something out earlier about ROCCAT playing too passive. They need to have like 1 or 2 men towards B, 1 man in main watching for the push, 1 man towards door, and the other one maybe towards middle to just kind of catch out PENTA going for these really aggressive peaks.
Punish the peak. That's exactly like you say. Well, that's what they tried there. Stavros again gets himself the peeking towards A main. This time, it's going to be answered. Reflex, can he land the Deagles? Does manage to get Crystal down, but it's at the cost of 2 of his teammates. Aslak with a quick reply, and now 2 men down, make that 3 for ROCCAT. Aslak and Reflex, and of course the bomb also over at Forklift, dropped by the man that pushed on through. Reflex, well, he's picked up 1 with this Deagle. He's gonna have to be very impressive to get a second as he takes Strux's head clean off. Had himself time to pause and position. Now Crispy ready and waiting for him to come around. Won't allow him to get another. Tabson will be the one that picks up the final kill and makes it 8-2. Starting to look a very good half for PENTA.
This looks really familiar from the first half of Dust 2. Like, really
very
familiar.
Much so, very much.
I mean, 2 more rounds for PENTA, and it'll be the exact same point that they had CD side of Dust 2. But, again, they're just playing smart. They're playing really solid, like, Counter-Strike. Again, you know, not to reiterate, but the constant peaks for information, the constant information gathering they've been doing, the shots they've been hitting. It's just been constant pressure on the ROCCAT that they haven't responded. I'm not sure exactly why they haven't. They need to change things up.
Ich restreame, also für die Leute, die gerade im Chat fragen, ich restreame gerade den englischen Stream und streame nicht selber, weil ich nicht auf den GoTV connecten kann. Der GoTV ist gerade irgendwie down, deswegen bin ich nicht in der Lage, das Spiel zu sehen. Für all die Leute, die jetzt noch hier auf dem Stream sind, damit ihr das Game überhaupt sehen könnt, restreame ich jetzt den englischen Stream. Also es liegt nicht bei uns das Problem, sondern da ist irgendwas mit dem GoTV falsch und die Admins kriegen es gerade nicht hin, das zu fixen. Also ich versuche durchgehend noch auf den GoTV zu connecten, auf einem anderen Bildschirm, ihr seht das nur gerade nicht. Also tut mir leid, aber wir können da gerade nichts dran ändern.
A somewhat immovable object at the back. He's going to get flushed out by that Molly Wolf, get himself a second. But Crispy joins in, and the damage was done. PENTA roll on through once again. 9-2 ROCCAT. They have to start picking up rounds, or they are going to sadly be finding themselves not making it into the Pro League.
And well played by Strux too, because he played that one so passive, hiding behind the box and checkers, that once the man came around and shot towards sight, he turns around, picks up the kill. He got Molotoved as well. So instead of trying to run away, he planted his feet, went for the 1v1 aim battle, picked up the kill, and then died thereafter to the ops. So it was really well done by him to pick up 2 kills in that position.
They're going to try and speed things up. It looks like it's going to be a fast boost. They're going to try and push on through, but Strux is in sandbags. Crystal's on a turret as well. You can see he's boosted up there through the X-ray. Aslak isn't going to be able to find him. Oh, but they've managed to find the bottom. Tapson. Crystal's going to drop down from that turret position. Good Molly coming out, forcing Strux out of position as well. This is a good little push by ROCCAT. They have managed to get mid-control. They still haven't taken down Crystal, though, who could cause problems, but his head is taken clean off his shoulders by Khan. And now Crispy and Stavros, the sole 2 defenders. Are we going to see a repeat? It went to 10-2 last time, and suddenly ROCCAT decided to step it up on Dust 2. Took it to 10-5. Can they do something similar here? Crispy, the only man left, is going to find himself 1, but that should be all he gets. But he gets another through connector. Now with the bomb plant down, what's he going to do? They're in a good split. They've defended this well.
ROCCAT, they should not lose this round. They need to save every gun that they possibly can have, and if Crispy just gets a couple more, I mean, they're not looking at a really strong buy coming to the next round, at least the next couple. He's just going to tap it, trying to spot it where they are. He knows there's 1 foot short. Reflex will take him down. But that whole round was won by ROCCAT getting that very early aggression outside of boost. The Yao was Molotov, but they ran straight through it, and they're able to get in some really good positions, not to mention that shot onto the turret over towards middle. Didn't allow, most importantly, Crystal any opportunity to shoot over the smoke.
Just for a minute there, Zart had started to run away. I thought they were just going to leave him there to defuse, but luckily Reflex was still on the ball. So 9-3, of course, PENTA's economy had been built up enough that they could afford to just rebuy up. They haven't got an AWP though. That's as that will. Now,
Tabson and Strux, actually, they're going to go for a counter boost here. ROCCAT have been staring at this every single round, so they are almost certainly going to be ready. Aslak was holding back, but I think they're going to boost at the same time. I think they're going up and over. Oh my God, that was a fail cake. Fail fish, I believe, is the full term for Twitch channel. Boost.
Strux, get out of the fire!
Oh, it's just burning down to 44. Has to actually dip through the smoke. Still unaware of the situation. Tabson helps him out, and he's not being expected. Strux will find himself an easy one, and that was actually, considering the start, ROCCAT kind of fluffed that.
Yeah, Strux should not have been able to pick up that kill, but because the position of the smoke, because he didn't run to get out of the fire, they did not know he was there. They did not know how close he was pushed up, and that allowed him to pick up that kill and lock down control of middle. Zart does pick up one, but he's still got 4 men left to find and 40 seconds to go, and that should be Penta securing their 10th round on the board.
Yeah, with that bomb secured in the middle as well, he's not able to collect that and make a run for it. So 10-3. So far, so good for Penta fans. Looking to make them his way back into this. Remember, they are 1-0 up as well. You can see in the top right-hand corner, it was a best-of-3. Dust, who already played 16-9 to Penta. 10-5 in the first half on that game. Are they going to make this a 10-5 or even better this time around?
All right, so you see the pistol armor buy up for the side of ROCCAT with the Tech 9s. Again, trying to go for that quick boost over towards middle, but unfortunately, it's just not going to work out for them. Or get there a little bit too late. And Reflex, again, just pushed up middle, or sorry, towards main, trying to get the information, or trying to prevent that information from being gathered. Sunny pushing through door, so they're going to have a really quick take onto the site where only Stavros is really able to defend. Crystal should be getting smoked off. Aslak is the man to actually have that for him. And this is going to be an AXQ. But look at this. Look at Stavros on top of boost. He's going to get dinked up and taken out immediately. Crystal able to respond with one because the smoke did not hit. It did not cover him off towards truck.
That's a disaster for them. Because Conan made that rotate. He got himself a great position, but as you said, the smoke wasn't covering him, and he just got tacked off straight away. Ooh. And now Crystal, oh, he's so super sexy CS here. He's managed to switch himself to an AK. He's got an ace in his pocket here. If he can make it, but spray down's not going to work out for him. And Sunny, with that Tech 9, will prevent them getting into sight. Now, Strux and Crispy have to reset, go for the retake. That Molly is going to flush him out of the position, and Strux was ready and waiting with the headshot. Now, Sunny has already got himself one. He's got to play this one perfectly. Oh, he's sticking it as well. And immediately, Crispy will land it. 11-3. Great first half for Penta now.
Also nochmal kurz die Erklärung für die Leute, die gerade neu dazugekommen sind. Ich bin da, nicht wundern, ich bin hier. Allerdings ist gerade der GoTV down und noch immer down. Ich kann nicht drauf connecten. Deswegen restreame ich jetzt hier gerade den ESL-Stream für euch, damit ihr das Spiel überhaupt sehen könnt. Weil ich habe jetzt gerade keine Möglichkeit, das Spiel zu schauen oder für euch zu kommentieren. Das heißt, ich werde einfach den ESL-Stream restreamen, damit ihr so lange, bis der GoTV geht, wenn er überhaupt noch wieder online kommen wird. So lange könnt ihr das Game auf dem englischen Stream hier sehen, ja. Alles klar.
Gonna rush straight through. They may do. Smoke from Stavros will slow them down for now. Reflex. Is he going to go mad on the squeaky door again? Is he just going to delay this time? I think we're going to see Kern boosted. He's gone through mid many times. Yep, he is going to be the man that runs around. Now, he got a one tap onto Tabson last time he did this, which made him give him that control. They've got to make sure, as you said last round, they missed the smoke. They missed the cut-off smoke to truck, and that was what caused them the problems. This time around, they have to make sure it works out for them. They're about to burst out.
I think Stavros should have caught a glimpse of Aslak over towards the boost of inside main. The smoke going to be coming in for Reflex to allow him to get outside the door. They're going to smoke off towards short as well. And smartly enough, Penta's just going to sit back. They know they're probably just on pistols, so why not let them come to you where it'll most likely win out in these trades.
Yeah, just keeping them at arm's length there. The one man that has gone through is Tabson. Actually doesn't realize he's past Sunny. Now he does. Spins back around. It's Tabson and actually picked up the kill. Conan, the last man standing, gets himself one, but that may well be all. The bomb actually in A main. He's going to try and get challenged out here. He's on next to nothing. 8 health. Stavros takes him down. And 12-3 is the score for Penta. It is a monstrous first half. Almost unsurmountable for ROCCAT to try and work their way back into this game.
You know, you would definitely think that, and I almost 100% agree with you. ROCCAT looked a little bit stronger on CT side on Dust 2. But after being down one map now, after losing this many rounds, on the T side, it's like you got to look at it as, you know, if you started with with a little bit better of a scoreline. Maybe 5-10 would have been enough since CT is, you know, pretty dominant on this map. But with how on fire Penta must feel, you know, they're, what, 4 rounds away from getting back in the Pro League, from having all that money, you know, in their grasp. To play with the top 12 teams in Europe, I don't know if they're going to be beatable. ROCCAT need to come out swinging in this pistol.
And the thing is, Sonny, who was, what, 25 kills or so in the last map, just 2 so far, just 2 on Cash. Clearly not his favored map. Triple stack actually boosts Tabson there in mid. Getting a peek, but like you say, it's perfect. Crystal, though, sat ready and waiting for it. They went with the stack, but it's failed miserably. And Azlak manages to gun down one. Meanwhile, the middle, we do see Stavros dropping as well. Khan will get himself the one there, and Penta are actually going to answer this aggression with their own. Strux and Crispy tries to get a little peek around on Sunny and Zart, but it's not to be. Reflex, very aggressive stuff from him. He's forced to back away into main. That flash will slow things down. Tabson, sorry, has to win out that duel, but not going to be. A-main, going to get challenged, but ROCCAT in position.
Remember to get the bomb down, Strux, and just pick up this 1 kill onto Reflex in sight. 50 seconds left on the clock. Reflex secures the kill on a Crispy, who was right behind Strux. Now a 1-on-4 comes to the smoke. But there we go. ROCCAT, they pick up the pistol. This is what they need to get something going for them. Now the question comes, can they get a clean second round?
Yeah, it worked well for them. That triple push through B was exactly what they needed. Taking down, again, the poor old man, the turret man, the man with on the shoulders.
Crystal.
How I still don't know what to call this position, the one on the bottom. It's, we were calling it before.
It's a power bottom.
The what? The power bottom?
Yeah, power bottom.
A power bottom. I've never heard that phrase in my life. It sounds wrong. I'm not going to go with that one. Penta, 12-4 up in this.
The base of the turret?
The base. Perfect.
Base
that will do it. The base of the turret. That will work. That's. I'll use that from future reference. There we go. Instead of anything else that could be untoward. Stavros is going to actually get a little peek on Squeaky. Azlak holding his nerve with that UMP currents, backing him up. But
Azlak knows that position well from opening, closing the door in that second round.
Okay, it's going to be a B hit. Strux and Crispy just awaiting the smoke to clear here.
It's going to be a 3-2. They're going to push in through vents by smoking off across the middle to try to catch them out. But you have Sunny and Zart sticking together, though, on the back of B. This is going to be really tough to take with only pistols.
Yeah. Sunny and Zart with that UMP doing work. Zart just pumping out their bullets, trying to make them work, and he gets himself a double. That's enough to slow them down, but Strux and Stavros reply with 2 of their own. And now pushing through checkers. That P90 could spray down this entire team. And he finds himself one. Good little tag, but that's about all it's going to be. Stavros actually over in CT spawn site is going to get Kern pushing straight on him. Tries to jumping, flying shot. And would you believe it? It works. ROCCAT, 5 rounds to the good. They hold on strong.
Well, Penta got the bomb down. They did invest, you know, a little bit with the regular armor on that one. But they don't have money to buy up in this. Let's look for the Tech 9 armor buy-up. So they're looking into the next round for the gun round. And you can already see ROCCAT invested into, you know, a lot of these assault rifles. You know, 2 FAMASA, 2 M4s, and a P90. Just because they want to be able to make sure to secure the first gun round when they switch over to it without having to buy up brand new guns.
Let's see where they go with this one. Is it going to be an aggressive little peek? Looks like it's going to be a 4-man boost over the top, but Reflex stops that thought in its tracks as Tabson's head's blown clean off, and they immediately back away. Gets a little peek, sees a second one there. Fancies a second bite of the cherry. Nobody coming to support him just yet, and no reason to, because, well, he's holding them at bay. You can see it's Strux and Crystal. Crystal dropping down. Strux with him. But they're both just around this corner. He's got to catch Reflex quick and easy, but he didn't even manage to get the peak. Showed himself in full body, but Stavros does get a good challenge. Kern not looking. Now he turns around. Now he does. And he's got a P90. He could, again, just plow them down. Mid-head eagle from Crispy. Beautiful. Unfortunately, that's about all they can hope for in that round. 12-6. Here we go. ROCCAT, the comeback trail is starting.
It was the backflip that really sold it for me. His head just got completely taken off. All right, but Penta able to bat finally. Crystal going to be able to afford the up if he wants to go for it. He's got 6K. And he's in fact going to be locking that down. All right, so up against no up. Now my question is, where are they going to place him? Are they going to boost him up middle? Are they going to go for a peek in quickly towards middle without the boost? Or is he going to peek in towards main?
Looks like it's going to be a little main look. Remember, PENTA were the ones that were getting aggressive and peeking earlier. Crystal was actually going for a flat-out peek straight away towards quad. Gets flashed out and forces him to back off. He's got the support of Strux with the rifle. That smoke will slow things down. They do avoid any damage from those HE grenades that were coming through. So PENTA tried to peek, didn't work out. What they did now.
Take.
Yeah.
They got the smokes. Crystal's already setting up for it as well. But as we can see on the minimap, there's 3 people already stacked up towards this A side. Crispy, if he's going to do anything, he has to distract over towards B. They could actually just fake this out, throw the smokes, and run down towards B where Crispy's already waiting.
Look at ROCCAT. They're actually going aggressive. They're set for this. They've just peeked out of A main, but have they gone too early?
They're going to go B. They most certainly should be going B. Crispy's already there. They're going through vents as well. They're going to overrun this B site.
Sunny's in a great position to stop this dead attack dead in its tracks, but look at that. They drop through. He gets himself one. A simple trade. Crystal, though, on fire with this AWP. Starting to cause some real issues. Crystal's going to peek around the corner, doesn't quite get the shot on towards Reflex, and Reflex will answer with a frag of his own. Crispy now in the corner. Strux hasn't gone for the plant just yet. Stavros just holding in between. Not quite dropped through checkers, sitting in a little crosswalk. Aslak's going to come around the corner. Stavros will find him, and now it's all down to Conan and Reflex.
Strux will get that first shot. Down to 9 HP, though. Got to be really careful of Reflex, who will follow Strux on top of that. And that is exactly why that take towards A, those smokes towards A are so powerful, because the time it takes for the smokes to actually land on site, you can already be back over towards B. And that's what makes it so hard and so difficult for teams to defend, defend that kind of take. Yet you're forced to commit with some aggression to see if they're pushing towards main or not. You're forced to throw some counter-smokes and flashes to make sure they can't just rush through. In the meantime, your 2 guys at B who are all alone just get overrun by vent and towards the main part of it. So well done by PENTA, and they're taking advantage of this chaos they can really put into this ROCCAT side.
And because ROCCAT had mainly invested in all M4s in that previous round, despite the fact they'd won the last 3, did of course put them a little financially in trouble here. Aslak's actually gone aggressive. He's got himself tucked away just through A main there. But PENTA, they have full mid control. And don't forget, it is just pistols for ROCCAT, so PENTA expected. Now Stavros with the bomb. Looking like it's going to be a mid to B again. Stavros just teetering around the vents there, but Tabson, see if he can find an open angle. They really want to get an opening shot here. That's what they needed. Tabson gets a little glimpse of Reflex's head, but that's about all he's going to see. Oh, the sneakiness of Aslak sadly not working out, and that's open up A site. They're just going to rotate straight in.
Yeah, there should be a relatively easy round for PENTA. I don't think they're going to be able to lose out in too much either. This car just going to be switched over to another USP. Trying to get some bullets back, and Tabs is able to clean up on the Sunny. So you throw the flashbang. He's going to try to pick up a kill, but he does somehow get onto Tabson. So at least be able to get himself an AK. The question comes down to, can he save it? And it looks like he's going to be able to back away enough for this. Even Zart might try to save his 5-7 and make it a little bit more expensive for this PENTA side. But we're going to see 14-6. We're going to see PENTA now 2 rounds away from re-qualifying for the ESL ESEA Pro League Season 2.
Zart wants to get anything from this one. If he can get an AK, going to come around. Oh, he's going to find one, but he can't afford to go and pick it up. Just going to slow things down. That's actually good, because he's bought time for Kern to hold on to his weapon. Unless they find him. Doesn't look like they're going to go looking. Crispy might be, maybe just gets a little peek on towards him. But as you said, 14-6. This is just about everything PENTA wanted. Very, very close. Very, very close there. So, ROCCAT, last rifle round possibly for them. If they lose this one, it's going to be match point for PENTA. And they will be back in the Pro League. Despite their woeful score of just 2 wins throughout the season, they still seemingly have enough in their ammunition to take down the likes of ROCCAT, who had the decency to try and challenge them out here. The audacity. Reflex. Is he going to go aggressive? He's sat in the smoke in mid. Would catch him out nice. Aslak all alone on A site with Cone coming up Speedway to just offer the support. Reflex re-smokes mid, but they're going to push on straight through. Aslak's the important man, but he's flashed up heavily. A little team kill coming out from Strux. That's not what they needed to start things off here. The rest of ROCCAT managed to rotate in time. It's bought them enough time. The spray down from Reflex, not quite catching the angle, but Crispy gets around into Speedway, gets himself a triple, and the damage is done, ladies and gentlemen. Bomb plant from Stavros will take this
to match point unless the retake from Sunny and Zart is on point.
Well, the question comes, do they want to go for the retake or do they want to save these guns to potentially tie things up? It's 2-on-3. Crystal's only on 30 HP, but he's got the op in hand left. He has that to potentially pull something off. And Sunny, not to mention, only on 3 kills in this entire game so far. This is going to be tough, but there we go. Finally picked up his 4th. Crystal does go down, but the bomb is still taken away. They don't have a lot of time to work with. Sunny has a kit, so he could potentially pull this up. But Crisby tucked in towards Quad, going to be able to peek out. He's going to get taken down. And ROCCAT, will they get the defuse in time?
I'm not sure. I think they've
Yes,
got
they
it.
will.
Yeah, they've got a kit. No, yes they do. There we go. Sunny manages to pick it up. A little concern for Sunny there, but gets himself the double. And that stretches him to 5 kills.
Almost
Not
doubled
really,
his kills
Not
in that
really
round.
been in it this game, but confident play from him nonetheless. 14-7. Just when you thought they were out, they've managed to come right back. But they're going to have to do it round after round after round. And there's a lot to go. A lot of rounds to go, no doubt about it. So, slow start for ROCCAT, but is it going to be enough to get their confidence going? Aslak's got himself the AWP. He's going to take it over to A site. Crystal, meanwhile, looks like he's going to be boosted in with the AWP of his own. Now, nobody looking for this one, Current. Just getting a little couple of shots from box there, which, if he peeks a little too far, will get found out. Reflex waiting, but Sunny's found himself one and a second, and suddenly Sunny's woke up. He's suddenly aliving this match. That means they're going to try and speed things up over towards A main. They realize B flank has been completely dropped. Oh, and Crystal, when it's not going your way, it's not going your way. Can't managing to land the shots. Everything seeming to land for ROCCAT, and this is not what PENTA wanted. They were pretty much on match point a moment ago, and suddenly this round's fell away from them, and they're going to be forced down to a pistol, which is going to start getting that ball rolling for ROCCAT. Just hopefully they can keep going a little further and just draw this match into a 3rd map. But
that flash came in so late. I'm not sure what's going on with that one. I mean, if Karn just waited a couple more seconds, it would have been there. And that would have been Strux completely blinded up for a free kill.
well, Strux just going to hang on. Hope that somebody pushes his way. 20 seconds on the clock. Just wants to keep hold of his arsenal. His AK, his head armor. But still, 12 seconds. Are they going to try and close him out here? They've got the angle. Zart's going to be straight on him the second he comes around this corner. There it is.
The thing is, they have to be really careful about how they do that, too, because they're not sitting on a lot of money.
Yeah.
They're trying to pick up a double op. That's why he's jumping up there, and they are going to be able to secure that with Zart picking it up. But yeah, they can't afford to lose out in too much because they're not sitting too healthy economy-wise. But look for them, they do win out in the trade in the end. But that's another round on the board. 8-14, PENTA still in the lead, 2 rounds away from getting to the ESL ESEA Pro League for Season 2. And ROCCAT have a lot of rounds to pick up on this half, not to mention another map to play for them to get themselves through.
Well, it's going to be a fast A hit. Are they all going to go through Squeaky? It looks that way. Struck's going to be the only man going to A site. Now, Aslak's at quad, can't just at the side there. Aslak's got to land one of these opening shots, and he doesn't. They could push him down. They're going to run him down. They will do, the pistols or not. They managed to catch on towards him, but can't. Unfazed by it. Picks himself up a 4K. And, well, in the end, they're just going to recover that AWP and save the day. So, well played. That's exactly what your M4 man's meant to do. Just gun them down, even if you're going to get bomb rushed like that.
All right, so PENTA back on the buy with the AKs. See a lot of smokes, a lot of flashes in there. I mean, it was a relatively close round for PENTA. If they would have stopped Karn from beating those 4 kills, they actually could have won that and bid on that match point finally. But the switch up in aggression, this quicker play has really started to lock down the way ROCCAT are playing. They're forcing them to use a lot more utility early on just to make sure to secure these areas so they can get the early control. But I wonder if PENTA are going to go and pick up a little bit more quicker over towards this A site. You have Reflex pushed up again towards middle. We can rotate through vents. Zart pushed up towards B as well through checkers. Picks up the first kill and backs away.
That was nice by him. He's got the support of Sunny, who's finally woken up in this game. That molly is going to slow things in checkers and really stop them. Reflex pushes on through, gets himself a 1-for-1 trade. Now with Strux getting that trade, they have got checkers. The molly's burnt out, but Current's going to go in and check. Oh, finds himself the head. That little pop flash is going to cause them all sorts of trouble. The spray almost catching Crystal out. Tapson's actually come all the way through the middle, but Khan quickly responds to that one, hearing those heavy footsteps. And now Crystal all alone. What can he do? Not a great deal. Sunny starting to collect himself some kills. Finally getting up on the board.
Penta going to be forced back onto another save unless they want to invest into the pistol armor. I would assume with the way this game's going, just go for another save, try to pick up a couple of kills. I think they actually go for a quick B hit. No, they do have a smoke on Struck, so it looks like they will be going over towards A. And looking for a bomb plant. Actually, they have 3 smokes, so definitely looking for a hit towards A. Maybe a kind of a set play. But if they get the bomb down, they're looking at another off for Crystal, who's been pretty damn impactful over the course of both games so far. Only sitting at 15-16, but that's still a pretty solid scoreline to have. And you can see how delayed they're going for this push.
Well, at least door little push worked out well for them last time with the pistols, but this time it's not Aslak there with the AWP. It's going to be Cone and Reflex with the M4s. So they're going to try and burst on round, but this is the difference. There's no AWP. They're running in towards M4s, and rifles, pistols, everything. And no one from ROCCAT goes down. You know what? This was match point almost not too long ago. ROCCAT stepping things up here, and a little brick wall has started to be formed. And Penta, seemingly in the lemming train, running straight into it.
Yeah, that double up setup that they finally have with start over towards B and Aslak towards A is really allowing them to gain control and hold on to this control. We're going to see Christoph back on the op. Not going to have the opportunity, though, to peek over towards Boost just yet because of the Molotov, which, because ROCCAT has been able to stabilize their economy, they're affording every round to, again, get that early control short. It makes Christoph to peek so many different angles before he can get, you know, a little bit more of a solid understanding of how the way middle's being played. But Reflex, again, time and time again, has not been shut down this position. And I'm just waiting for Penta to do the cross smokes and to catch him out. Just throw him down, get that line, get out towards that vent area, and you have an easy mid to B push.
You know, for a moment, I thought you were going for a pun, seeing if they had the opportunity. But sadly, I think it was just your accent, maybe, that was ringing through instead.
You know my puns are terrible, come on.
Well, that's very true. Stavros cut down by Reflex, just lower. There we go, a little glimpse from Crystal. It's a little easy for him, that one. No cover to stop that shot coming through. It's going to be vents into B. Zart and Sunny have to be ready and waiting to slow this down because Kern and Aslak are about as far away as they can be for this rotation. So let's see if they can delay. That's a good tag on Crystal. That slows him down. There's a grenade coming through. He's down to 8 health. Just a breath of fresh air would have dropped him, but Sunny has dropped. Zart goes down, and they didn't manage to get themselves a single kill to slow this plant down. So now Strux, once the gets cleared out, we'll get the plant down.
Oh, that's...
Oh, Aslak's little peek gets caught. And now this is going to be a very tricky retake for them. I think they have to just back away, and this could well be match point. There we go. Tabson finds the shot into Aslak. And now everything on Khan just needs to get the exit frags, but they're not even going to go his way. They're going to boost Crystal out to safety. Actually, it's Crisby that boosts out. Crystal's going to run away from this one. I'm thinking, what's he hanging on for? What's he waiting for? He's got an AWP. He's only got 8 health. Run away, man. Run away. Match point for Penta. Can they close things out here against ROCCAT?
They're hoping no ninja, no ninja, no ninja.
Yeah.
But Aslak, you hate to really see that happen where he's watching that spot, watching that push from B towards CT, and the moment he unscopes to start pushing, they peek around the corner, and he's like, well, crap, I should have been able to pick up that kill and make things a little bit more realistic, but that still was going to go Penta's way nonetheless, and we're going to potentially the final round. This could be Penta getting back into the Pro League, and ROCCAT dropping out a little bit short.
Here we go then. Let's see what they can do. ROCCAT have held steady for a while, but Penta finally finding that weakness. Oh, Crystal, back away, man. You're burning. Gets down to 80. That molly working well, stopping that boost, doing its job. Oh, I tell you what, are they looking to... Oh, I thought they were going to push out, but they just boosted Khan across, actually. So, what do they expect him? They can gain mid-control. Crystal's going to go up again. Reflex, like you say, holding that angle, waiting for the boost. He's got the support of Aslak as well, so good mid-control. A little worried there, but Aslak does manage to land the shot. A brief moment of disconnect, but Crystal doesn't miss his shots as Aslak will be taken down. It's an even trade. Orpa, 4-net rifler.
And there's Reflex from Sandbags because he changed his position, was able to get another man down. And they were playing for a retake towards A, leaving, I think that was Karn, the only man on towards Boost. But then where Reflex is, they have a Molotov on Strux. He could be pushed out of his position if they can just get it over there. But you can see Strux just trying to actually get out in towards middle. To have the opportunity, spots him out, and he can't connect the shots and be forced back. It's 3-on-4 and not a lot of HP, but now quickly turned into a 3-on-3 as Cyrus able to respond.
They want to do this mid to B play. Sonny's got himself into checkers. Sonny is going to try and cover this one off as Crispy creeps on through. He's just to the left-hand side. We can see it through the X-ray. Oh, Sonny! Oh, the timing as he just tries to switch to nade and change it up. But now Zart, he's going to get mollied out, forced to push through. He gets himself one, almost got a second. As Strux gets tagged down to 39. A one-on-one for Penta to take themselves this match, this game. The nade comes through. The molly just goes behind him. And now Khan comes on through. This is surely in his favor. Just 8 health on Strux, but he holds. He waits. He's coming on. If he just peeks around the corner. Oh, he's playing it so well. Strux. Aggression, Khan trying. He's heavy-footed. He's an elephant. He's going to try and force out the defuse. He's going in. And that will be it. Strux, ladies and gentlemen, will take the game. Very well played by him to close things out for Penta. It is the ESL ESEA Pro League that they have qualified once again for. It's 2-0.